Hey, what's up, guys? We are back with another what? I believe we're on hashtag 16. As always, I am Jace. I am here with my very good friend, my co-host, co-presenter, lesbian life partner, Squeak. Honey Buns, how are you?
Uh, I'm good.
So you respond to Honey Buns now. It's good to know.
Well, that's what the hesitation was. I don't know what we've got pet names for each other now. Is this what we've got?
I guess so. What's your pet name for me?
I've not got one for you.
Oh,
I don't care enough
I
to
feel.
give you
I
a
was
pet
gonna
name.
say. I feel like the admiration is not reciprocated. It's fine.
No.
I just want to quickly say I am suffering from. I wouldn't say a severe case of man flu. I think it's like mediocre at best. But my voice does sound funny. I might cough throughout. I'm going to try and edit out all my coughs, but I cannot promise. So, yeah, just want to get out of the way. Squeak, how's your week been?
It's been okay.
Um,
I've not really done much, to be honest. Just the usual. What about you?
I have. Yeah, I think I've not really been up to much either. I've just been kind of enjoying my time of not having to do like assignments. Although I have got directed study, but I've been just slacking off quite a bit. It's been quite nice doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what have I been playing this week. I think. Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna have a quick rant because at the moment I am not enjoying like gaming. Like recent games, I'm just not enjoying them, and it's starting to piss me off. I think is the best way to describe it. So, I mean, looking at the games I've been playing FIFA 16. Obviously, we all played FIFA 16 when it first came out, like not including you, saying it all in the broader sense of the group. And then, some games come out like Fallout, but then people just stop playing FIFA for a while. And then Christmas has passed, it's January, we're like, okay, we'll start playing it again. And it just seems like everybody's having issues.
You
Like,
you want to know what your issue is?
what's the issue?
It's too samey.
But I don't even think it's that. It's really hard to explain because it's one of those where you're playing it, and I'm getting beat, and it's happened in a variety of fashions. I get beat by people that are better than me. It happens. I get beat by people with better teams than me. It happens. But then there's somebody who will have like ultimate team. They will have like a silver squad. Somebody played with a Polish squad, and it was all silver and bronze. I didn't know any of the players, and then he managed to like make me scrape a 2-all game. He had 2 shots. I had 14 shots. I had 10 on target, and both his shots went in, and it's stuff like that just pisses me off.
Maybe you're just not that good.
But here's the thing: it's one of those things where when I play like when I play like Sprees, when I play Rio, like I'll beat them, they'll beat me, and it'll be decent games.
Yeah, but maybe you're just not that good, and then they're worse.
But maybe that could be it. But it's like I was saying to you before, like when I play certain games. So Rainbow, for example, Rainbow Six Siege. I am not very good at that game. Hands up, I am not very good at that game. When I play it, I'm still getting used to it. But if I get smacked, it's like, do you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. Then playing like even like playing UFC, playing that online. I am not very good at that. Hands up. Like FIFA, I am not the best, but I am good. I am all right. But I play against these people, and it'll be anybody that is following me on Xbox has seen my clips over and over again, where just the dumbest shit happens. But then, moving on from that, you got stuff like COD. The multiplayer on that, I guess that is a bit too samey. But I
I
just
was
kind of
gonna
feel
say,
like playing the new one makes me prefer the older ones.
to be honest, that's why I'm saying samey, because you got that thing where you're like, oh, this is like the same but worse sort of thing, and then you get the nostalgia, and then you're like, oh my god, that one was so much better because of this and that, and then really you'll go back and play it, and you'll be like, this is just a shit.
Yeah. The thing is, it's one of them things like I can't remember who I was saying it to, but I think it might have even been to you. The way that I've got Fallout 4. it is a good game, enjoying it. But at the moment, I don't want to sit and play through a story. Like I want to play something competitive, and I feel like we need like a new, like something like Wipeout, like a new racing game that's just like super fast paced with weapons and all sorts of craziness. But you know, I might even buy a Wii and get Mario Kart. You know, because I need to play something different. Shooters are doing my head in. I think that there's not enough on the market in regards to sports games. It just seems like EA dominates like pretty much the whole of it and does what they want with it. Um, but
I
yeah,
think
it's
that's the thing as well, isn't it? I mean, if you think they bring out near enough the same game with a few tweaks, they do a Call of Duty each year.
mm. That's the thing. But it's
Like,
difficult with a sports game though, isn't it? Because I think with sports where it's ever
no,
evolving and
I
people change and
I
stuff.
get that, but I mean, what I was gonna say is, what's your alternative?
Yeah, that's the thing. That is
Pro Evo.
a big problem. And yeah, but it's just yeah, it does. I almost want them to sort of what's it like rejig, rebrand the EA big, like when they used to have like you know your SSX, NFL Street, FIFA Street, NBA, NBA Street, and you had like Volume 1, 2, 3. Like you know they need to take this sport and make something fun with it again. Stupid games
Yeah,
like Red
yeah.
Card Football back in the day. It was a really dumb game, but it's just brainless. Like you can just have a laugh.
It's kind of odd how they stopped all that, isn't it? And
Yeah,
they just went like, oh, let's be serious now. Like,
that's the thing, and it's stupid things like in Ultimate Team, people who play really well in the week, they'll get a Team of the Week card. People that play really good all season, Team of the Season. When they have the yearly event, and they have like the Ballon d'Or, top 11 get these Team of the Year cards. But they upgrade a person's like stats. But say for example somebody's 4-star skills and the maximum is 5. If you've got Team of the Year, they won't even move them up to 5-star skills. Like it's a limited edition card. Do you know what I mean? If somebody has 1-star weak foot but does really well in the week, they don't move it up to 2. He's still 1-star weak foot. Like it's just dumb stuff like that. They seem to take it. I don't know. I don't want to say too serious, but I don't know what the word is. But yeah, it's just gaming this weekend. This weekend in particular has just really done my head in because I've jumped from game to game to game, and then when you're playing the CODs, unless you've got like you know 5 of your mates with you, you end up on the team of monkeys.
that's what I don't like.
Stein has
But
the same issue of Smite. You know, he's well. Anybody that's been in a party chat with Stein knows how bad it gets.
Stein doesn't have issues with Smite. Stein has issues, and then full stop. Like intervention.
Oh man. And yeah, it's just ridiculous. And yeah, so I need something new. I reckon I will go now. We're getting more backwards compatibility. I'm going to go back and play some older games. I think I do need to play through the rest of Fallout Story 'cause I haven't finished it. But it's just not to say it's too slow, but it's not what I'm looking for at the moment. You know what I mean? I want a
Yeah,
game where
yeah.
we're all sort of jumping in and playing it. So when we were playing Elite Dangerous, like me, you, and Hugsy and Sprees, and we're going around and we're collecting all the bounties and stuff like that, that's pretty cool because we're constantly doing something, and it's a bit more of a faster pace, even though going from subsystem to subsystem takes
I
a
was
while.
gonna say it's like it's not really a
But
fast-paced
it's when
game.
you're in the it's when you
Yeah,
get
well,
locked into the battle, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
You know. So yeah, like so that's my rant over. It's just been bugging me this weekend, so I thought I'd get that off my chest. Now I was going to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's because Five Nights at Freddy's, there's a game Five Nights at Freddy's World, is out on Steam, and basically I can't remember the guy's called that made it, but he's basically made them all cute and he's made an RPG. Um, it looks so still freakishly weird.
Okay.
I'm really basic, to be fair. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to move on. I'm going to talk about. Have you seen what somebody has done on Minecraft? I spotted that earlier, and I was like, whoa, this is better than Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, why? What?
Right. So there's a group that on Minecraft they are recreating on a scale of 1 to 1 the entire map of Los Santos from GTA 5.
Really?
They're having everything, Blaine County, the whole lot, and like there's like a little demo of it, and yeah, I mean if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be up on the screen now. They've gone block by block and just tried to recreate it, and it just looks mad. Like just the scale of the buildings is just mad. I think it's like 7,500 by 7,500 blocks is the area,
Okay. Yeah,
and
that's
obviously that
pretty
doesn't even
crazy.
go on the you know the that's 2 of the planes, that's the base, but it doesn't say how high it goes up. But yeah, no, it does look really good. I just don't understand how people have the time to do these things. So, do
Yeah, that'd take forever, man.
you know our
Like,
regular listener, Simon? What up? He's been creating quite a few things on Minecraft recently. I seen he like updated his cover photo on Facebook, and he makes some cool stuff. But like, I just We used to make some stuff. We've made like castles and things and buildings with loads of rooms and secret areas
Have
and
we?
underwater bases.
Have we?
Remember the underwater base? Do you remember the
We made
underwater
a
base?
wooden hut.
That when we first on the PC when we first started, yes. But when it came to console, do you remember when we had all that stuff that we hid from Abe? Like,
Oh, and we had buttons.
yeah.
Underwater buttons.
And yeah, so we've made some pretty cool stuff over the time, but nothing on the scale of what some people make. It's just like, well, you got those people that use redstone to make functioning computers and
It's when people make like all the piston sort of secret doors and stuff, and then when I try it, it's like I got the door, but it's not that secret because I've got to hide all the stuff, and I
Yeah.
don't hide it well, so it's just like a giant block.
What's that thing where like you make it so say it's like what trying to think 6, 12, 18, 24. So it's like 4 rows of the 6, yeah, and you press the button and then they all open apart from like one block in the middle on the right. And you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, got to take it all apart, find all the redstone. Oh yeah, I don't have the patience for that.
It's not just that, it's when you think you fixed it, and then it like the other block doesn't work, and it's like really, or like they'll all open, and then that one block will shut, and it's
Yeah,
like, why are you back to front?
yeah.
Why have you got to be different?
Oh, it's just yeah, I don't know.
Screaming conform at a block.
And then, but what I love is like when you're trying to do something cool, and it's all about creativity and imagination. But then you go on YouTube to watch how somebody made something, so that you can make that same thing somebody else made.
Yeah, I don't do that because I look and I'm like, that's quite a lot, and then I think I can't be
I
bothered.
cannot be bothered.
I cannot be bothered. It looks good, looks cool, but I can't even be bothered to make it in creative. Like that's how lazy it is. Right.
With games, so like Minecraft has gone from the PC onto console. Another game that has been on the PC that we played ages ago, and I feel we haven't played a more recent build, so I don't know what the final product looks like. But Prison Architect has moved on to consoles. Have you seen?
If you mean have I seen? You told me the other day, so
But have
you
you
know
seen
that
like
I
have you
know.
seen what's updated? I mean, like have you seen?
No,
Well,
no, I haven't. I've not touched that since. I want to say like one of the alphas, but like there was so many alphas that I couldn't tell you which alpha it was. Like,
the thing is, I remember when we played it, like they tried to introduce like prisoners having like a backstory.
the thing is, when I played it, they had stuff in there, like, but there wasn't like the mechanics, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
to
The thing
like
is, the game was
actually
still
use
broke.
the stuff.
It was
Yeah.
it was when we were playing, and it was like, okay, so we're doing this so that they don't bring any more buses of prisoners. We need to get it all ready, and then like the bus drops off a load of prisoners. You're like, shit. Okay, I've got the rooms all set up. Everybody's fine. Everybody has a home. No more buses. You've clicked the button for no more buses. Next morning, another bus comes. You're like, shit. Okay, need to build more rooms. Or it was when we like locked them all out when they got dropped off. They couldn't even get into the prison, and then they just keep dropping off prisoners.
You
Like,
know what upset me?
what was that?
My prison, I had it perfect. It was running good. It was running smooth. And then like a bunch of upstarts, yeah, just knocked out all of my guards. And yeah, the prison was just like overrun.
See, do you know what? In my prison, the worst place for fighting was in the showers.
Okay.
I mean, I assume they were fighting.
Mine was always
There
by
was
the
blood
gate.
everywhere.
Mine was always by the gate because there'd always be a punch up with the guards there. And then like they'd knock the guard out and they'd get through one gate and I'd be like, ah, I can't have that. So I'd send another one out and then they'd kill him.
Well, one thing that I did hear about was that they've sort of got a mode where you make your prison, and then you can become a prisoner and then try to escape the prison that you made.
Oh, that's like that game, isn't it? The
The
Escapist?
Escapist, yeah. So it's a little bit like that. So it's one of those where, yeah, it just looks like you make your prison and. But that was, see, I hope they fix things like that, because remember on the alpha, when you'd play, you'd have a prison, there was like no walls. You had to put like so you'd start the game and you wouldn't realize, and you start putting things down, but because you had no like outer wall, prisoners could just walk off. Like, oh yeah, this guy's in for life. Oh, there's no wall there, and he just walks off screen.
That's
Yeah.
why you should build it like, like the big ones in America where they don't have an outside.
Yeah,
It's just like, yeah.
24-hour lockdown. But it's one of those games. I'm glad that it's got to a point where it's finally finished, but I feel like I feel like I don't know. I want to see it and see if it is good as a finished product. But I feel like we played so much of it in the alpha when there were so many things wrong with it that I kind of feel like we played it out because we clocked in quite a few hours trying to play it. Obviously being only half made.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see. They reckon it's going to be like 20 quid. It's $30 in the US, and
Okay.
they reckon it's going to be 20 quid. So maybe it'll come up on a sale, drop down to 5.10. Maybe we'll cop it then. Don't know. What do you reckon?
I don't know because I got it on PC already.
Oh yeah, so if you went on, so I guess if you went onto your Steam then, would it be the updated one then? Because obviously you early
Uh,
accessed it.
yeah, it should be.
Hmm. As he rubs his chin.
Hmm. I can hear you rubbing your chin.
And that means the ÜWattians can hear me rubbing my chin.
They're not ÜWattians.
Well, I didn't hear anybody say they didn't want to be called ÜWattians. Silly
Could call,
ÜWattians.
could call them like why? Why is it gotta be? Why can't we just call them like megajoules or something, or ohms?
Hmm.
If yeah.
But the thing is, it's one of those things where, like, if I wanted to come and visit you, I'd be like, "Are you home?" And then
And
how would you answer that?
I'd be like, yes.
And then I go to your house and you're at the shops, and I'd be like, "But I asked if you're home."
Well, the shops are like 2 seconds away, so to be fair.
Oh, fine, kill my joke. Fuck off. Start talking about the next thing. UFC 2. So EA, you know, like I said, they're taking over all the sports games, and they had their MMA, but since they've had the license of UFC 2, and they're talking about how Mike Tyson is going to be a playable character in UFC 2. Now the thing that's quite funny is that they had Bruce Lee in the last UFC, but like Mike Tyson, he's a boxer. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen him kick anything ever. So that'd be quite interesting. The thing with it is what they've done is they've said if you play through the game and you get into the Hall of Fame from career mode, then you unlock Mike Tyson. If you
But
want him straight away, pre-order the game. You can have him straight away.
is he literally just going to be a boxer though?
I don't know. That's the thing. The speculation. I expect to be able to do a few leg kicks. I don't think he's going to be doing any like roundhouses or axe kicks or anything like that. I can't
I,
imagine. But he's
I
going to
don't
have the
think
strongest punching power out of everybody in the game.
I don't think that's too bad what they're saying because at least you can get him in game if you don't pre-order it.
Yeah. See.
Like the thing is though, yeah,
Yeah.
is you see Battlefront, is it the Star Wars?
Yeah.
I want to say Battlefield every time I go to say that. But when you pre-ordered that and you got the like the premium sort of thing,
Mhm.
they basically give you a blaster that is like twice, not twice as powerful. What am I on about? It's two-shot kill,
Okay.
and it's like the most powerful gun. It's more powerful than like some of the shit, but it's like that's the final weapon you unlock. That is my issue with like
Okay. So
things like
yeah.
that. So it's like, yeah.
Speaking
So
of
they,
Battlefront,
it,
quickly, they've got a new update. They're giving them a free Tatooine update on
well,
on
from
the
what I
console.
heard, there's like only 4 maps
This
on
is
it.
this is the thing.
So
It just seems like when you look at Battlefield, and then Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and the amount of stuff that they got given, I feel like Battlefield Hardline and then now Battlefront, they've just done as little as they can. I guess with
yeah,
Battlefront, they've put a lot into how it looks, but yeah, gameplay wise, it doesn't really seem to be.
it's lacking. It's like a good looking arcade game.
Hmm.
Like no, when all the indies used to bring out decent arcade games, and it's like,
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, I just thought I'd just quickly check that in. With UFC 2 as well, which I thought was quite interesting. And there was a quote, and I'm trying to find who the quote was from because I can't remember who it was that said it. I think it was one of the CEOs, somebody up high in EA, right? They have said that EA not just out to take your money. Yeah, that is
bullshit. He's
that
evil.
is
Of
that is
course,
what
he's gonna
Andrew
say that.
Wilson said against claims that his company is the big bad wolf. Okay. Now the reason why I mention that now is because in UFC, like they've introduced in loads of EA Sports games, there's going to be a UFC Ultimate Team. Big
Wow.
question mark. Why is there a UFC Ultimate Team? So
It-
I thought I'd look at the information on what it is. And so we're saying that for the first time in MMA titles, EA Sports Popular Ultimate Team Mode is coming to EA Sports UFC 2. Create, compete, collect, customize. So saying create your team of up to 5 fighters in different weight classes using EA Sports deep customization options. Compete in online or offline competitions to progress your fighters and earn coins. Collect coins to buy packs which deliver special items used to boost fighter performance. Now, I feel like saying that you're not just out to take money and introducing packs into like a fighting game where it's 1v1 mixed martial arts.
Any way EA can fit microtransactions into a game, and they fucking will do. I mean, look at Hardline and Battlefield 4. They had battle packs. I'm pretty sure you got something similar like that on Battlefront. Like you say, Ultimate Team on FIFA, and it's not that you can carry or transfer stuff over, man. Like,
No, when they create, yeah, that's one of the biggest issues, and it's really weird because it's become such a successful business model, and we all buy into it every year, and I don't understand. Like, I don't even understand why I do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I fall into it as well. It's sort of one of those things where it's almost like buying scratch cards. Do you know what I mean? Every now and again, something pays off, but majority of the time it doesn't, and because when you think they've got it on Madden as well, so the same thing happens, like more so in the US with Madden, but it's the same thing. They have Ultimate Team, they have their packs, they have it on NBA, like they have so many different Ultimate Teams now. And then when the next year's title comes out, you can't transfer anyone over.
I think my issue with like microtransactions in general is it's like it's an intangible thing. You're giving them money for literally nothing. Because what? I mean, there's no monetary value behind it and stuff like that. Like, fair enough, you've had people sell like their teams on like eBay and stuff like that. But realistically, if you're literally just playing the game because you want to play the game, like not out to like make money by selling stuff on eBay, like you're literally just giving them money for what is a press of a button.
Yeah, no, it's so. It's so strange.
It's almost like the issue with games marketplace on like Xbox saying that they're charging you like 60, 70 upwards for games that are cheaper in the shop, and all you're doing is essentially
paying to not go out,
copying a file.
Yeah.
You're copying a file.
There's no packaging.
It don't cost them to. Yeah, exactly. So realistically, there should be a discount, and technically, if you're not online, that game isn't even yours. You're sort of renting it.
Yeah. It's so weird how things have changed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So weird. It's like it's those things where I guess consoles are starting to, or I guess gaming in general are starting to take things from other platforms. So the way I see it with like the whole, so with this UFC Ultimate Team, I'm looking at the way it's describing it, and it sounds similar to how the head-to-head works on the app that we reviewed a few weeks back.
Yeah,
the UFC app is 5v5, one person from each weight class. When you level up your fighter,
a ridiculous amount. Like the cost of fighters on that, if I remember you saying, like 20 quid, wasn't it, or something?
And I think that it's that model that they're taking, where because people, when you get on apps, they can release a free app with minimal stuff, and people will buy into everything else. And I think they're starting to try and do that model with more bigger games, more bigger titles on platforms like PC.
Just
console.
Note though, it is really only EA.
The thing is, even with like battle packs, for example, like COD do it now. You've got those crypto things. You can buy COD points. But I'm just saying, it's weird. The microtransaction thing, I feel, has come from the way the apps are on a tablet and they're free, but then you have to buy things into the game. And I feel like consoles are being cheeky. It's one thing to have DLC.
I was gonna say, don't get me wrong. The thing is, Duty has a base game that was quite good. I thought for like the pre-order of like the season pass and that was really poor because it's just like the one extra map. I thought it lacked in like zombie content, but the base game itself is there. The amount of guns and weapons and stuff like that. Whereas like the likes of say like Hardline, what was my major issue? They had nothing in it. Like
the thing is what they're doing is they're giving you like what they would deem as just enough, and then they will do like get this, and then you get an extra gun. Do you know what I mean? Like in COD 4, going way back to COD 4, nobody said, "Oh, I wish there were more guns."
Yeah. I think the main problem is like it's like you say, they think this much is okay because they can. Oh, now we can push forward like our microtransactions and stuff like that, and it's just like it's not okay. You're making people pay like full price for a game that is like not full price worthy.
And
Like,
then you're paying, 2/3 to full price again for a season pass on the promise that there will be things coming, but you don't
yeah,
know how great they're going to be.
and I swear there's been games where they've had season passes and not really brought anything out as well.
Hardline.
Yeah.
Hardline took ages. When you look at, looking back to season pass, which was the first COD to have season pass? Was it Modern Warfare 3?
Uh, yeah, maybe.
I can't remember which one of them it was, but like, they had a schedule. They said, yeah, this many months and we're going to release this. This many. It was that Elite thing, wasn't it? Call of Duty Elite.
Yeah,
And then they said,
yeah.
so many months we've got this coming, so many months we've got this coming, and they done it, and that was, you knew what was coming.
It's like Battlefield 3. They had the calendar, didn't they? And it'd be like each month it'd tell you you're getting battle packs or like camos or the actual DLC and stuff.
But I just think over time, they've been able to take away bits slowly, slowly, and now we get hardly anything. But it's just become a bit of the gaming culture. When you buy a game that has a season pass, you're under this impression that you need to get the season pass.
Yeah.
You know?
Eventually we'll just have like one mission out, a campaign, and one map, and they'll make you buy everything else.
Yeah, because what's it? Is it Hitman is going episodic now?
The thing is, I heard that, but I hear that the updates are free.
Okay, but it's still a thing where they're going to give you a game and put the kibosh on how far you can go.
Yeah. No,
Like
I do.
I'm not saying obviously they're ripping us off, but it's still okay. I'm getting Hitman. Oh, okay, I can only play this little bit. I have to wait until.
It's ridiculous sort of thing because you couldn't do that in any other sort of industry. I couldn't go to you. Yeah. Do you want to buy this T-shirt? And then go, okay, well here's the hem. We'll give you like the front like in a couple of weeks, and we'll give you the back in a couple of months.
And then the decal.
And the stitching. We'll give you like the stuff so that it can be stitched together in like a year.
Yeah, it's so.
It's the way that you've said that he's trying to say they're not just out to get your money. They are the people that had what was it? What was it called? The shit so you could play online, the season pass.
Yeah. Yeah, they used to have that, didn't they? You had to get a game. If you didn't get it brand new, you had to pay £8 to be able to play that game online.
They are the ones that brought that out. And so what? They want to make money on what? What am I trying to think of? Used sales?
Yeah.
Trying
pre-owned.
to think. Pre-owned. Pre-owned. Yay! Right, pre-owned sales. Thank you. But it's that thing of, you're buying it pre-owned because you don't want to pay full price for it. And if you're not paying full price for it, that says that you don't think it's worth full price money.
Yeah.
So realistically, what they should want to do is make their game good so that you go, you know what, I'm going to get that when it comes out.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what else is getting me as well? And this one's mainly Ubisoft, and I was thinking about it with The Division the other day, and I saw a video of Rainbow the other day as well. And it was basically, my issue is, they are showing a lot of things that when the game comes out, that isn't what they showed.
Yeah.
Like,
even down to like graphics, isn't it? Because I swear.
Yeah,
that was
Watch Dogs. Everyone went mad over Watch Dogs, but like Rainbow. Look at Rainbow. When they first showed it, they had what now? They had the helicopter coming in overhead. You rappelling onto the roof. It was like against like terrorists. Like the actual place looked alive, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? The lighting and everything like that. Like, and it's just not what it is.
That's
like,
it's a bit more CS. It's a bit more CS:GO, isn't it? In places. Just
without like your money rounds and stuff like that. But with the Division, the gameplay I've seen compared to the E3 footage, it looks a bit more lifeless sort of thing in
Mm.
the actual game. Like there's not as much debris about, and the environment just doesn't look as like run down, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A natural sort of thing. Like people have just left their cars there for however long, and yeah.
It's just things like it's just things like the delays. So I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but the people that made Payday 2 Overkill, they've been making a Walking Dead game. Um, and yeah, that's been delayed, but like it's been given quite a. It was supposed to come out. I think it was supposed to come out mid 2016, but now it's pushed back for like a full release of 2017.
Okay.
And it's just really weird for a game that's supposed to come out like midway through this year to be pushed back to the end of next year. It just seems quite weird, and nothing's really been seen from it.
I was
Um,
gonna say, is there any sort of images or what it looks like,
nope,
or
nope.
like even like what kind of game it is? Because if you look at what was it, Payday?
Hmm.
That's a squad thing, isn't it? And it's basically go in, go out. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? All in a area. Whereas, yeah,
yeah. No, from what I've been trying to find, I can't see anything. It's just supposed to have like a bit of role playing in it, action sections and stealth sections, obviously with zombies sort of going throughout it, and a little bit of horror in there. It's supposed to be based on the comic, not the TV show, but like
okay.
they put it in the universe of the comic, but then they're doing their own thing with it. So, but it's just one of those things because the last Walking Dead game, what was it in like 2013,
That
was
terrible one.
terrible. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Just watching people do just plays, let's plays and stuff, it was just like, this game is actually shocking.
I think um I think that's the good thing though about the Walking Dead universe sort of thing is that there's going to be so many more stories in it. Do you know what I mean? Than
Yeah.
just like Rick
See,
and Daryl.
the thing that I think though is like, if you think about when we've been watching this season of The Walking Dead, not gonna do any spoilers on the show, but since okay, kind of a spoiler, the prison, that's what I'm saying. Since the prison, stuff has kind of not. Do you know what I mean? There hasn't been as much great moments as the stuff that led up to the prison. And I'm thinking that with this game being delayed to the end of next year, like, will The Walking Dead?
See, I thought the first half of the season was good, and then it just really slowed down.
And this is what I mean. So it's one of those things where if they keep doing that, like, yeah. So by the end of next year, is The Walking Dead still going to be relevant? Is it still going to be like a brand that people go, yeah, I can't wait for this?
The thing is like, are zombies going to be relevant? I mean, there was that point in time where what you had like your Left 4 Dead and everything like that,
Resident Evil,
and
Dead Rising,
zombies
zombies on COD.
were like the meat and potatoes. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I
yeah, no,
mean?
they were everywhere. They
Like,
were on everything.
yeah. Like you couldn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason Call of Duty has zombies mode on it. Like
Yeah.
because yeah, it was about.
That's the thing,
But
and games like DayZ were really popular, and the buzz on that's kind of died down. So
yeah,
yeah, I just wonder. I wonder when people are going to start making
I think the buzz on DayZ died down is because it's going nowhere.
But what I mean is like that type of game. Like when you look at survival games now, you had like Rust, which was kind of like out of nowhere, like out in the middle of nowhere, sort of building stuff, and then you got Ark, which is now an island with like dinosaurs on it. But there's not
Yeah.
many games that are around. So Left 4 Dead, we've had some of the sickest like gaming marathons on that. But nobody's really made a game like that again. You know, they made Evolve with their monsters. It was terrible.
The thing is, Left 4 Dead as well. It wasn't zombies so much. It was the concept and like the way that it was. All it was get from point A
To
to
point
point
B.
B.
Yeah, yeah.
Simplest idea you could think of. There's four of you, and what we're gonna do is just throw as many enemies at you at random points as we can. And I think that's what made it, because it's like you get you get out the door and there could be a tank. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Straight away it's like what the fuck? Like, what's going on?
The infamous tank in the toilet.
Oh my God. I used to love seeing it and just running and telling no one because it's like, just wait for the screams of like, oh, there's a tank. Like, I know.
So yeah, I mean, it's just all it's all a bit weird at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel quite odd towards gaming at the moment.
I feel it's like you say, it's a lack of content with most things. I mean, like you're on about FIFA, and fair enough, it's football, and you can only really do so much gameplay wise and team wise and stuff. But what more is there to it after that? Do you know what I mean? And the same with even shooters. I mean, what more can you add to it than just like shooting people? Like I think that's why I've moved on to Rainbow because it's like I don't have to shoot people down this corridor. I can make my own corridor. Like
Yeah.
I don't have to like yeah. There's just people have different tactics where it is more tactical. Like
I think
it
I quite
changes
enjoyed
up the
seeing the
game
videos of
itself.
people going through like two sides of a room. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And stuff like that. Or some people will come through a window whilst the others are coming through the front door. And yeah, no, I do. Yeah, I
And
do
I
like
th
what they've done. And I feel that the only issue for me is that it's just kind of it's too close to Counter Strike. They haven't gone. I feel they needed to do something just go a bit more away from it. You know, they needed to. I can't even think what it is. I just feel like. So, for example, I would like it if they had a level where you were in like a tower block. Do you know what I mean? Almost like in like the skyscraper of Die Hard, and you're trying to
that's
get in.
that's what we were saying is you sort of need bigger maps really. Like it's all good and well having the house and that, but essentially there's only going to be three spots for the bomb. Like the hostage is only going to be in a few spots.
Yeah,
Things like that. Like
and
and
it's a thing of always you start outside. Like if you're counter terrorist, you start outside and you have to get into the building. Terrorists, you just stay in one spot. Whereas I guess if they had other settings, you know,
that's where you're wrong. Terrace, you don't you roam. If you're
well,
good, you roam.
what I mean is that I swear that they had it where, like, as a terror, or have they changed it? Because there was a bit where you couldn't even step outside.
You can, but you get spotted.
Okay, so
Which
it's
the argument was that like if this was a situation there's going to be like police snipers and stuff, people were
yeah,
complaining about people going outside, and it's like to me, going outside is a tactic. Like that's how you can flank people
yeah,
without being in the house, sort of thing. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? So
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it just needed a little bit more. But I think it's really hard where we've had first-person shooters for so long now that I guess they're really struggling to find new things or to do things that are far enough away.
that's another thing. How I was saying that Ubisoft aren't giving what they show is you can't move the hostage like they showed that you could. You can't use them like a human shield, which, to be fair, would add so much more
Yeah,
to the game.
yeah, that'd
If
be friggin'
it,
difficult as well, though. Oh my
yeah,
days.
but like what? Say the terrorist was moving the hostage. All you'd have to do is slow their movement speed, so they can't just whiz back and forth,
Mm.
strafing. So no, so that you shoot a hostage sort of thing. So it's a bit more tense, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Don't give them aim down sight, so they've just got to pop off at you in the direction, like using a shield on the game.
Yeah,
Like, but yeah, it's like your brother was saying. They should have like say a mansion, because there'd be so many spots that they could put stuff that each time it'd feel more different to it.
yeah. I just thinking like as you speak, I'm thinking in my head like, what game would I like to see for an online competitive? And do you know, I keep thinking that keeps popping in my head. Do you remember that Kane and Lynch, the Fragile Alliance?
Oh
I'd really
yeah,
love a game if they sort of like have a game where it's online and you've got like the currency is how you're upgrading your character outside the game. So your currency is your XP, say,
yeah.
and I feel like have that Fragile Alliance element because what I used to love about that is that it was everybody versus the CPU until one of you died, and then you were then one of the police officers amongst the CPU, and it was about trying to kill the others so that nobody gets the money.
The thing I didn't like about that is that you'd always have that one dickhead that would be like, "Oh, I can kill everyone at the start." Do you know what I mean? And he'd
Yeah.
kill one person and everyone would turn on him. And it's like, that's not how you play the game,
No,
friend.
no. But that's the thing. I'm just thinking nobody's done anything like that since. So
Yeah.
I was just sort of thinking, if they sort of done a thing where on Siege, if they gave the terrorists a bit more of a defensive line, say, but then when one of them died, they became part of the counter-terrorist, almost like a bit of manhunt. When you play that game as a kid, like, when you
Yeah.
catch somebody, they join the hunt. And I just think
Yeah.
that would be pretty
Just
cool if
have
they
it
had
as like
something
a
like that.
different mode sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that'd be a pretty cool one to do.
The thing is, as well, it's that thing of like, they'd know the defenses and stuff, so they'd take a different tactic.
Mm. And yeah, I just think it would just add to it so much more. Like, obviously, it's one of those where you couldn't build a whole game upon that mode because the competitive side is that, that's a game where 10 friends can get together and it doesn't matter who's on which team
Yeah.
because ultimately you want it to be where everybody ends up on the police team
See,
sort of thing.
see what though? I think with Rainbow, it's that game. You don't. If I was Ubisoft, I wouldn't want to sell it to casuals
Mm.
because
Yeah, no, definitely.
you want it to be like for the hardcore sort
Esports
of
stuff.
like yeah, and drag in those people where don't. And this is what annoyed me because they was going like, oh, you should take out one shot headshots, and it's like you take out one shot headshots and you're sort of messing with the game in a way you shouldn't be
Mm.
because then it turns into like Battlefield.
Yeah. Oh my days, Hardline when you used to get the red crosshairs to say it was like a
Yeah.
critical shot and then they didn't die. Well, okay.
And the thing is, like, this game's supposed to be like tactical in that it's not a Twitch shooter, which people was complaining, oh well, it's not a Twitch shooter, so you shouldn't have one shot headshots. That's not why they're there. Like, they're there because it's that thing of you blow a hole in the wall. That's your element of surprise to actually kill the person. You
Yeah.
don't want to hit them in the head and then them run off.
Yeah.
Because how, like, the fact that it can happen to you just as much as them, to me, that's balanced. It's fine. It's not an issue.
Yeah. Right, I feel that this podcast has become quite miserable. I do apologise, everybody. I'm going to move into our WhatsApp of the week because it's been quite an enjoyable one. I've quite enjoyed playing this. Squeak, you haven't even touched it at all, have you?
No,
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So quite a few of us have been playing it.
you lot losers with
Within
this
the
Star
group.
Wars.
Oh, shut up! You just don't understand.
With Count Dooku
um,
and Maze Windy.
so it's basically a turn-based game, strategy game, where as you play through, you unlock different characters from the Star Wars universe. You play through it's not a story mode, but like imagine when old school game maps where you do level 1 and then like it's like a dotted line to level 2, dotted line to level 3. As you go on, enemies get stronger, you level up your people, but yeah, it's just I find that it hasn't been too bad in the sense of it's a game where if you want, you can buy the crystals to try and unlock other people. You can buy more currency, but you don't need to, which I think has
Okay.
been quite nice. It's a game that does have like limit you by your energy, so you have daily tasks. You've got like when you start, you just have light side battles, and you're doing your light side battles, and they take say 8 energy each. But the game is really generous with it. It just gives you so much energy that once you run out, you're kind of like, oh, actually, I've been playing for quite a while, and then it
Okay.
comes
Yeah.
back quite quickly as well, so it's not too bad. Um, the the thing that's a bit weird is they've got Squad Arena, where it doesn't matter if they're light side or dark side. You assemble your team of 5, and you play an AI controlled team that somebody else has assembled. The issue is that I went into Squad Arena straight away. So from the second I unlocked it, I was playing it, and I was climbing up the ranks. As you go up the ranks, you get like I can't remember what the currency is called, but then you can buy character shards towards unlocking people. So the higher rank you are, 6 o'clock every day, you get given your coins. And if you're higher up in the ranks, you get more coins. Now, I started doing it from the beginning, so the people I was playing against, we were all really low, so it's easy to find people lower than me. Whereas you got Tiny, who didn't play that mode, leveled himself up so much that when he's then gone on Arena, he's got people that are in like the really low ranks in the thousands, but it's people that's obviously played the game, battered the game, and not played it. So then their teams are still
Okay.
floating in the ether, but they're sick. So Tiny's really struggling to find people that he can beat because he's just trapped in no man's land. Whereas because I played it straight away, I skipped all those thousand ranks of people that had started the game and not played. It sort of like balances you. So like Tiny's team rating is something like 10,000, for example, their power level, if you will. Whereas my team power level at the start was like 1,000, so I was fighting people that were around 1,000. They were easy to beat. Whereas Tiny's got people that are like 12,000, 13,000. Yeah. So that's the only thing I would say against the game. This killed it a bit, but that's for Tiny. That's not for me. I'm having a good time. So
Okay.
but yeah. So I think it's definitely worth a look because it is quite a chilled game as well. You get everybody sort of has their thing. So you've got some people that have like a leader skill. So if you put them in the first slot, then they will give your team a boost. So like Chewbacca gives the team like defense, and as you level up his leader skill, he'll like add like a chance to boost something else, add a chance to boost something else. But then you get other people. So like Count Dooku, as you like to joyfully name him. One of his things is that like he 100% counterattacks every time. So if somebody has him in the squad, every time somebody from your team hits him, he hits them back, and he still gets to have his go when his go comes round.
Okay.
So you get one of those situations where if you're playing a team that has Count Dooku, I tend to leave him till last because I know that anybody that hits him is going to get hit back. So I need to get rid of all of like the minions first, if you will, so that everybody can attack him. So then that way, I've got 4 people attacking him rather than just one. It spreads out the health a bit. But I mean, it is good. Definitely worth a look.
Can you get Dawn Raider on it?
Darn radar.
Yeah. Dawn Raider.
Is that a parody of Darth Vader?
Maybe.
That was really terrible.
What about his meth bar?
Um,
Can you control the meth bar?
you do not control the meth bar, no.
For
But
some planets?
what they've done is they have achievements. So get so many allies, pass so many missions, kill so many of this, and as you play through, you get shards for what do you call him, Darn Raider?
Dawn Raider.
You get shards towards him, but his shard count's so high. I don't know if you have to complete all the achievements to get him, or if that even gives you enough. I don't know. I haven't got that far.
Okay.
So that's a question mark. But yeah, I would give this one. I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5. I feel like if there was a bit more of a story to it, it would be going for a 4, 4.5. It would have been getting a really high rating. But because it's just basic, team of 5 versus team of 5 fighting through. But it is quite enjoyable to play.
I was
I'd like
gonna
if it
say,
was
like,
real time as well. Real time would have been good.
I'm not. I've seen pretty hooked on it. Like,
Yeah, it's like when we were playing that Marvel game a little while
Yeah.
back. You got your teams, and it's that thing as well where we've all sort of obviously Tiny had a head start because he's a Jinno, but it's one of those ones where when we play, everybody now is looking at each other's teams like, oh, have you unlocked this guy? Have you unlocked this guy? And it's kind of that side of it's pretty cool. But there's on the menu as you level up, you can see things you can unlock, and there's something that I'm on like level 40 something. There's a thing called keycard battle that you can unlock at 52. I don't know what that is. I think Tiny's only just 50, so I'm not sure if he
Okay.
knows what it is. But you can see there's spaces of like grayed out like holograms where I guess the game's going to expand into. So it would be interesting to see if you can have like ally battles and like me versus Tiny's team and stuff like that. Because that'd be pretty cool. They've got a mode on there called Galactic Battle, and you kind of go through like an endurance, like a gauntlet, and you put out your team of 5, but after you've done that fight, their health doesn't come back and you keep going. Then if somebody dies and you finish the round, you can just replace them with somebody else and it keeps going until all your members are dead, and you can do that once a day. So that's pretty cool as well. Like they've done loads of different little ways of using this, utilizing the 5v5. The CPU can get a bit teeth at times though, actually. There's the stormtroopers can throw a grenade that kills all your members at once. So there's a level you get up to, is like at the end of stage 4. And when you start, there's 5 stormtroopers, and the game may decide that all 5 of them will throw grenades. And they attack before you attack. So by the time they're
Okay,
finished,
yeah.
like your whole squad's just wiped. It's ridiculous. And then you have to do a second round of more stormtroopers, and then the third round is stormtroopers with Boba Fett. What do you call Boba Fett?
Bubble fatter.
Well, like cheese.
Cheese.
Okay, so
You
yeah.
got a problem with that?
No problem at all. So yeah, so I'll give that 3.5 out of 5 watts for Star Wars Guys Heroes. Go check it out. It is pretty good. I know it's obviously quite a big brand, but yeah, it's all right. Squeak, do you want to give anybody a shout out?
No.
Because I know, like, Mum said to me the other day, she's like, is he ever going to give one? I was like, probably not. But I was thinking, it's got to the point where I haven't even asked you, so I'm giving you opportunity, because I haven't asked you for a few weeks. So it's still a no.
No, I got no one to shout out.
Okay, so I want to give a shout out to some of my friends. A girl that I used to go to school with, Me and Nick used to go to school with her, and it was really random. So we were in the centre and seen one of the younger cousins of this girl. I was like, oh, hey, what are you doing? She's like, oh, yeah, just working. So I thought, oh, that's a bit weird because they owned a shop nearby where I live. So for her to be in the shopping centre, I was like, oh, where are you working? It's like, oh, we've got these pods downstairs. We're running that. It's the new business idea. And it's like, okay, that's a bit weird. So then we went and done what we were doing. So I said to Nicola, let's go see what this is about. So in the bottom floor of the Gallery Shopping Centre in Bristol are these two like egg chairs, like something out of like Men in Black, with like joysticks in them,
Okay.
and yeah, it's a VR experience. It's a virtual reality gaming experience. It's like I think it's like £9 I think it was for a go. Obviously she said to me like, oh, do you want to try it out? She's like, you can have a go on the house. I was like, okay, I'll have a look. And I had like choice out of like a roller coaster ride, Star Wars, a zombie game, like all these others. And I seen Jurassic World, so I was like, let me try this. She was like, oh, it's really new, mine. So the language is still in Chinese. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Let me play it. I get in the seat. And then like I put on this, I seen people playing it, and like the egg sort of like sways side to side a little bit, like making movements. As you see the person looking around and pressing buttons. So I get in, she puts headset on me, she's like, okay, and it does like this little talk, and I'm like, all right. Then it shows me as I was in those bubbles, in Jurassic World when the kids are in that bubble, that like gyroscope thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going around in that, and like you're looking around, you can see all the dinosaurs. You're moving your head. I'm moving my head as I speak. This is really ridiculous. So you're moving your head around and looking around, and it was well cool seeing all the dinosaurs. But then I looked down, right, and I could see my body. I had boobs.
Okay.
I had boobs on this game. Like I was just sat there, just like looking down, like, oh snap, I got titties. So then so that was quite cool, like going around in that, and then the dinosaurs attack, and then like next thing is I'm on a helicopter, and I've got a gun, and basically we're going down because there's been an attack. So it's one of those where I think it's like coming down in the aftermath as everything's sort of broken out. And then, so in the helicopter, get out of the helicopter, walking around, being attacked by loads of raptors and like having to shoot. And obviously where I looked with my head was basically where I was aiming, pressing the left joystick, the button on there to shoot and stuff, getting attacked left, right and centre. And then like I started to feel like a bit motion sick, and I thought, oh, this is weird, because as I'm walking around, I can feel it sort of stepping left and right as I'm moving around. But what I hadn't realised was that the actual entire pod had done like a 180 and then had like gone forward again. Like as I was spinning all the way around in the game, like the pod was spinning the whole way around, and I hadn't realised. I thought I was just going left and right. So when I was like, okay, this is getting a bit much, took the headset off, and I was not facing the way I was when I first started. I was confused, mate. Like it was like basically a pillar that wasn't there when I first done. But yeah, then when I got out, I said to Nicola, like, I didn't realise it span around. She goes, yeah, I stopped watching you because it was just the back of the egg. I snap. But yeah, do you know what? Shout out to them, because my friend's dad, he was at a business meeting, saw these things in China, I think they said, and he was just like, yep, I'm going to bring it over here. So they've got, I can't remember what the store is called in London, but then in the Bristol galleries downstairs is wicked. It really is worth a try. When you come down next week, yeah, I'm going to take you down there. You've got to have a look. I think you'll fit in a pod. It's quite spacious.
Hey.
But yeah, so I'll have a link up to their Facebook page, because they've got a Facebook page, the pod. I can't remember what it's like, entering like the ninth dimension or something like that. They've given their tagline, but yeah, it was a really good crack. So yeah, that's my shout out to them. Shout out to the Gavani family. What?
The ninth dimension?
I think it said something like that. I remember saying the number 9 and mentioning a dimension. I could just be making that bit up. I cannot walk away from my desk to go find my flyer, so I
They
can't read it to
skipped
you.
all the other dimensions and went straight to 9.
Well, it's not even that they're skipping it. They might just have them all included. You don't know.
Oh wow.
But yeah,
Okay.
it was really weird putting on the VR headset and like looking around. Obviously, the graphics on there aren't that great. Like I would say they're PS2-ish graphics.
Okay, yeah.
So they're all right. They are good, but there was no mistaking that I was within a game. It took a few seconds for my eyes to like adjust.
It wasn't one of those where like you're like, my God, this is like life, and then you took off like the headset and you questioned everything, like
Yeah.
whether you're still wearing a headset.
It wasn't Inception, no. It wasn't anything like that. But I think the thing that I would like to go back and try the other ones. Like I said, they got like a roller coaster. So I guess on a roller coaster, you just sort of sit there and the egg sort of does what it's doing. Nicola would not get on it because she said the problem is that where it's in the bottom, people can obviously see you sat in the pod. And she said
Okay.
when you go on a simulator, she loves them because you're all within an enclosed space. It's dark, nobody can see anybody, you're just enjoying it sat forward. Whereas, when you're sat in that chair, some of the videos they got on the Facebook page of kids being like, "This is awesome!" Or people playing a zombie game and just like screaming like, "Ah! Get me out of here! Get me out!" Yeah, it's really looks like really good fun. I think that model works really well. So obviously that's just them starting off their own little. I don't know what the plan is, projection for the business plan with that, but I think that would fit really well in an arcade.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah, I reckon they should put one like at like piers and stuff. So put it up. Well, yeah. Anyway, when you got the arcades at the pier, they should just have a section there because they have simulators and stuff there. Got
Yeah,
like your dodgems
that's
and
true.
stuff. Chuck them there.
It does sound alright. It sounds like again, it's that thing. It's how far they want to go with it, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but
Do you know what I mean?
that's
Like,
well cool, man. So yeah, so there's my shout out. Usually we do a question for the listeners. That's what I'm starting to do now to try and get a bit more back and forth. But this time I'm just gonna. I said I would give some clues as to what the mystery prize was.
have I seen this?
No,
Are you sure? I
I'm
don't know. I
I'm
don't
pretty sure I
know.
have not shown you it because it is
Can,
still concealed within its box.
can I win it? Because I've not seen it.
I don't think you can. Sorry, but if the person that does win it decides to put in your address, then you can have it. That's what we'll do. Okay.
Can
So
can I rig this up?
no, you can't. Sorry, mate. So the
You
clues.
sure?
So the clues. I'm just trying to think now. It's about
If I
40 centimeters long, I think. Might be a bit shorter. No more than 10 centimeters high, I think. It's quite long. I'm going to throw in some batteries with it as well because it is battery operated.
is it a battery operated box?
It is not a
If I
battery
if I
operated
guess
box.
what it is, can I get
No,
it?
no, I won't even tell you if you guess what it is. I won't even tell you.
That's not bad.
Yeah, when you put the batteries in it, they last quite a while. Um, I had one of these in the past. Quite enjoyed playing with it. It is something that you play with. If you want, you can put it up somewhere and just let people look at it.
Is it a Game Boy?
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. I'm not going to give a yes or a no. I was going to say, but then I was like, no, because if I do say, then that means we're playing the yes no game. We're not playing yes no game. I can't remember what color it is. I think it's partially red. I think there's bits of black on it.
Red and black and has batteries. And it's like a box shape.
The thing is it makes a bit of noise, but not too much noise. It all depends on how you use it with how much noise it makes.
Mm.
It
Do
doesn't
you
light up. It doesn't
do
light
you
up.
do you actively use it, or is it passive like those
You
wall
you act
fish
you
things?
you actively use it.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no fear of it operating itself.
Can I Google this?
So yeah, so guys, there's on the Facebook page we reached 100 likes. Whoop! So we started the competition. In next week's show, there is a post. It's pinned to Todd's page. Next week's show, I will put those people, the names of the people that have liked the page and have liked that original post. We'll put it in like a roulette wheel. It'll spin. It'll pick a person. I will announce that person. We'll give them a chance to contact us with their address so that I know where to send it to. And then it's up to them whether or not they want to say what it is. But I think that if we do that, I do want to do more giveaways in the future. I was thinking Squeak, yeah. Obviously, I've got my Segway that's sat in this board. I have the UK plug for it now. I am tempted that when we hit like a milestone, like I don't know, like if we hit on the YouTube say 10,000 subscribers, like I will just give that away. I think because it hasn't exploded into flames. I've got the UK plug for it. I'm not using it. So I am tempted to give that away at like 10,000, but we have to get YouTube subscribers first, obviously. But I think 10,000 subscribers now.
Sorry, wait, what are we
I'd
giving
give that
away?
away.
Because I've just like,
My Segway.
oh,
I'm not giving the
sorry.
Segway now, Just to
I'm trying
clarify,
to
the
Google,
mystery prize for 100 page likes is not my segue. But if we continue to grow, if the YouTube grows and we got to say like 10,000 subscribers, I will give my segue away. That's what I'm saying.
Does it take AA batteries?
I'm
Not
not
your
su-
segue. The prize.
I'm not sure which size. It's either AA or AAA batteries, or is it even a square battery? I don't think it's a square battery, and I don't think it's not like C's or D's. So yeah, but yeah, so guys, I mean, keep liking the picture. The link will be on here as always. If you guys like the page, thank you so much for liking the page. I appreciate it. Keep sharing it, get it out there. Next step is getting obviously our YouTube up. If we do get to 10,000 likes, 10,000 subscribers, obviously that might be so far away, but I will give away my segue. I will give it away. Okay. Squeak, have you got anything else for the listeners at all?
No.
As always, find us on Podomatic, uwatt.podomatic.com, facebook.com/uwattpodcast. We're on Twitter @uwatt_. And I guess we are done for another week. So, as always, I've been Jace, he's been Squeak, and we'll see you next week.
Later.